boxing on Channel 5. Defending his name, his legacy, Harlem Eubank. Battling his way up the super lightweight rankings. Can he remain undefeated? Big Fight Live, Eubank versus Uruzquieta, Friday at 10 on Channel 5.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast Harlem. Congratulations. Fight number 17 ends with a tick next to it tonight. Just kind of your initial thoughts to what we saw in the ring tonight.
A good challenge, a good test. A different opponent on 24 hours notice. And this is all part of the game, adapting and overcoming. I knew he was going to come and bring it. And experienced dude, and took a lot of shots to the head. A very tough kid. Hurt him to the body multiple times, dropped him twice. And a solid 10 rounds in the bank going into these fights developing through 2023.
Talk to me about kind of the fight week mentality, because everything's obviously going smoothly, feeling good, looking good, all your team are happy, and then you get that late opponent change. I know it's kind of not the biggest kind of throw your toys out the pram situation, but there obviously must be that little kind of thing where you think, not what I need, essentially.
Just trying to stay focused. On Tuesday, Coach Charlie came over and said, opponents pulled out ill. So they were looking for other guys, got another guy, pulled out, another guy pulled out, and then we found Anton, who was game to come over and put up a good, solid challenge, and showed a good account of himself, and very, very tough opponent. All credit to him. He took some big shots in there, and he battled through till the 10th, and a valuable 10 rounds banked.
Yeah, just one final thing on what we saw in the ring tonight. When you're kind of so in control of the fight and you know what way the fight's going to go, when you get to the corner, say after round 7, round 8, what are you guys kind of speaking about? Because you're so in control, it would be very unlikely at that point for things to go wrong unless you got caught by the maddest shot in the world. So what kind of things are you guys talking about? Because the fight's in your control at that point. What kind of things do you guys discuss?
Just working on things we've been practicing and maintaining that strategy, and maintaining the things that work and the things that play to my strengths. So it's all about trying to bring the things that we're working on in the gym into the fight. And he was the type of opponent where I couldn't do that all the time, but I did work some things in there, and I did some good shots and set up my work. It was a good account and a good challenge overcome tonight.
We move on potentially to something big. I know obviously you know what fans are like when you win a few fights. I mean, it's 17 and 0 now, but when you're kind of in that mix, immediately they want title fights, they want domestic clashes. Is it going to be something big next for you?
It could be. I want these fights. I've been calling for these fights, and I think the target is to have a big domestic clash at the end of the year. That's what I've got my eyes set on. So, some good fights to continue to test me throughout the year, and set up a big fight at the end of the year, because I'm calling for them fights, and that's what I want to be involved in, them big fights that the fans can get excited about. I've been very vocal in saying that I want the big fight, so I think it's up to the fans to really make them. I've been calling for these big names, and like I said, I want to set up that big fight at the end of the year, so continue developments, and I want to make a big statement towards the end of this year.
Just one more thing, I've got to put it out there. Conor and Chris, potential undercard if the fight's to happen. I mean, what bigger stage than that? I know that's something you'd relish. That is the biggest of stages at the moment.
Yeah, I'd love to fight on that card. Obviously, Chris inspired me. Seeing what they've done in the sport, and to be a part of Chris's undercard in such a clash where it's the family's namesakes against each other. I'd love to be a part of that, and I'd also love that fight in the future as well. I definitely want to be on that card and be involved in that build-up. I was helping Chris prepare for the last one, and obviously what happened, and now I definitely want to be a part of that second one.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
Must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,